Twilight, Starlight, Spike. Hmm. Well, there has got to be a better way than ending up on the floor every time. Roll intro.
My little pony, my little pony. Equestrian girls.
Greetings, bronies and Pegasisters alike. Welcome to Equestrian Analysis. I'm your host, Crimson Shield. In this episode, I'll be analyzing the second special in the Magic Trilogy, Movie Magic.
And Maripol will fall. For I am Starboard Stallion!
This always confused me. Why isn't Cavaleron the villain? We know him, and we already dislike him. We have no idea who this guy is. We've never even heard of him. Now granted, a lot of us did think he was Cavaleron at this point, until he said his name.
For I am Starboard Stallion!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Ah, cut!
Sorry, but at this point in the story, Stalwart Stallion would be known as Mojo. What? You think he wants Daring Do fans to call him out for making a mistake like that?
There's always that one person that knows the story way too well and pounces on any inconsistency they find, isn't there?
We're analysts. We are that person.
You know, if they actually made a Daring Do movie, I would totally watch it.
They did make one. Just not in your world, I guess.
Okay, I have a lot of work to do on the edit, so I'm gonna let you get started with the analysis.
Thank you so much for letting us come, Mr. Zoom.
As a fellow Camp Everfree alum, I was more than happy to afford the girls who helped save it the chance to visit the set of our little film.
I wonder how long they had this special waiting to be made. Because we actually do see him at the camp.
I don't suppose you want to check out the props that AK Yearling designed specially for the movie? You read my mind.
Okay, that line makes me wonder a couple things. First of all, is this AK Yearling actually Daring Do as well? Secondly, if she designed the props for the movie, does that mean this movie is based on a book that she wrote? Or is this movie a new story entirely? Rainbow Dash seems to know the story, so I'm guessing this is a film adaptation of one of her books. If this movie is based on one of her real adventures, it would make a lot of sense that she would design the props, as she knows what the actual artifacts look like.
Oh, Miss Magnifico! Ah! I don't care if I'm under contract! This is a joke! And I want this thing shut down! Do you hear me?
It really annoys me how anytime they have an actor playing an actor or actress, the character they're playing is always a complete diva. It just annoys me so much. Well, I'm sure there's some actors that are like that. Megan Fox. I've met a number of actors and actresses, and they are not like this at all. They're very friendly, nice people. It's so adorable to see these two fangirling.
Wow! These are the three Altorioso relics! The staff! The sword!
You're from Canterlot High, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm Juniper Montage, Cantor, the director's niece. AK Yearling is very hands-on when it comes to the sets and props for the movie.
Have you met her?
Just once when she came to check out the relics. I did get her to sign a copy of the latest Daring Do book, though.
I like her. She's kinda cute. And just as much as a fangirl as these two.
Hey, have you guys seen the set for Cabaleron's secret lair?
Also, Cavaleron is in this movie. I'm still wondering why we saw that other guy. What was his name? Stalwart Stallion? Anytime we had a Daring Do episode, Cavaleron was always the bad guy. We never even heard of someone called Stalwart Stallion.
If you could just agree to stay on for one more month.
Unacceptable!
At this point, I think we're all pretty sure that Chestnut is not the reason for all these setbacks. We've seen enough movies and TV shows to know that anytime they try really hard to make you think it's someone, it never ends up being that person.
You'd think it'd be easy to reach someone who's always holed up in her office writing, but Miss Yearling is a very difficult woman to track down.
Okay, yeah, she's definitely Daring Do. I love what Sunset does right here.
It seems to me like someone is going to a lot of trouble to make sure this movie doesn't get made.
Who would wanna... Oh dear, you don't think... Oh, no, certainly not.
think there's been some kind of mistake.
Wait. Who are these girls?
They're the Power Ponies!
A Power Ponies movie? Yeah, I'd watch that. But why are they still called this in the human world? Couldn't they have picked something else? What do you mean, like what? I haven't actually put any thought into this. And we have Sunset as the maniac. I'm not really sure if these are references to actual films or just film genres. This looks like film noir, and I'm not a big fan of this type of genre, so I don't watch many movies in this genre, so I can't tell if this is a reference to a movie or not. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so maybe I'm naive, but this looks like a Game of Thrones set to me. And this is the Fast and the Furious. That's obviously the Fast and the Furious. There's no other option that could be. And now we're into science fiction.
This is the set of Stormy with a side of pudding!
Stormy with a side of what now?
Oh, it's only my all-time favorite movie! I've tried to get you all to watch it like a gazillion billion times!
Why am I not surprised? That would be Pinky's favorite movie.
I've heard they use real pudding! Oh, they do!
Okay, if that movie set is from a movie that's already out, that pudding would be way past the expiry date. Pudding has a very low shelf life. What is it, like 3 to 4 weeks, if it's refrigerated? And once you open one, that life drops down to a day. And movies take months to film. There is no way that pudding is still good. However, we are all well aware of the iron stomach of Pinky, so...
No problem. I'll just call my friends and let them know.
Except I can't because security took all our phones when we got here.
Yeah, it's very common for a film set to do that. It didn't used to be a big issue, it's just that now that all phones have cameras, they don't want you taking pictures of anything. I love how that doesn't faze Twilight. Watch Twilight. Zero reaction to what Pinky just did.
Thinking maybe we should all start wearing our geodes around. Never know when our new magic might come in handy.
Yeah, why aren't you wearing them? I wonder how often they wear those necklaces. Do they just treat them as accessories now? Because they obviously aren't wearing them all the time. None of you were wearing them in Dance Magic either. Although, as I stated in the last analysis, Dance Magic was recorded before The Legend of Everfree, and was supposed to come out before The Legend of Everfree. So I'll let that detail slide. It would have been very time consuming and unnecessary to reanimate Dance Magic just so the girls could have their geodes on them. Animation takes a very long time. It took them around 4 years to make the My Little Pony movie.
When did you figure out it was her? I started to piece things together when I unlocked the door to get you out of the supply closet.
I mean, all of us here watching knew it was her early on, but I'm still trying to figure out how you knew that. And us being the audience, we saw a lot more than you did. I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but I kind of do feel bad for Juniper here.
I know, and I'm sorry.
And this time we get a character that actually suffers consequences for her wrongdoings.
I hope you can forgive me.
You're my niece, Juniper, so of course I can forgive you. But I'm sorry to say you're no longer welcome on this set, and it will be a long time before I consider allowing you back here. Keys!
But it's not over. We'll see her again.
I no longer have to work on that ridiculous documentary about nests next month. I swear, when they approached me, I thought they wanted to do a documentary about my organization for homeless animals. Not on various nests around the world. Completely misleading. But no matter, that's all behind us.
Does this mean...
No more scheduling conflict. I can extend my contract and continue filming Daring Do.
I'm actually kind of glad that this actress is not a complete and total.
Yay!
I like her design, and I like her voice. In this scene, I actually find her likable. Wow, they really made her look like Daring Do.
You will give me the sword of Altoriosa.
I don't think so, stalwart!
Not sure how I feel about that accent, but in this world, the Daring Do books are just that, only books. No one's actually heard Daring Do speak. So they have to take some liberties.
Give up, Daring Do. The sword shall be mine!
Okay, is that actually a magical relic? Because usually a scene like this would require visual effects. During the actual shooting, you wouldn't see any of that. but based on the way the actors are reacting, it looks like he's actually doing this. All the girls get to be extras in this movie. You know, usually when they have new outfits, I like sunsets the best, but I think this time it has to be Fluttershy and Rarity. Now scratch that, Fluttershy and Twilight. I wonder how many times Rainbow interrupted shooting.
This is so awesome!
Based on this guy's reaction more than once. He's being quite patient with her. I've been on a real set before, and people have been thrown off set for a lot less. And that's it for movie magic. Final thoughts? I really enjoyed this special. I always thought that if they ever made a Daring Do movie, I would definitely want to see it. And I'm definitely going to. I'm going to ask Sunset if she can get me some tickets to the premiere. I'm definitely going to want to see this more than once. They actually did a good job making her look like Daring Do. I wasn't too happy with the voice, but again, no one's actually ever heard Daring Do speak, so I'll give it some leeway with that. When I saw the first scene, I thought Rainbow Dash was part of the crew, as a Daring Do expert. Films and TV shows will often work with consultants. That consultant's job is to make sure that whatever they are portraying is being portrayed correctly. That's actually how they would treat that medical issue, that's exactly how a soldier would act, etc. And let's face it, Rainbow Dash definitely fits the bill for Daring Do consultant. A lot of times though, this does not reflect the way a film set actually works. I've been on a film set before, and you can get thrown off a set very easily. You make one mistake, you rarely get a second chance. Even though I really enjoyed this special, there wasn't much to it. No theme or lesson. Even though entertaining, it seems like this special was only here for setup and background for the third movie, Mirror Magic, which I will talk about in the next video. I'm going to give this special a 9.8 out of 10. I enjoyed this special just a little bit more than Dance Magic. Well, that's all for this episode of Equestrian Analysis. I'm Crimson Shield, thanks for watching.